Formato Latin America continues its series of interviews from the floor of Graphics of the Americas 2015. We've come to the booth of Palamides, a manufacturer of binding equipments, and with us is Franz Landen, who is from Ribler Stuttgart, the inventor of the technology behind the Palamides binder. Franz, how are you, and welcome to Noticias Gran Formato Latin America.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here. There are several reasons. One reason, of course, is the sunshine, the blue skies and everything. But another very important reason is that to inaugurate this new technology to the American market here.
Franz, tell us a little bit about why would you come up with a new technology for binding. There's plenty of perfect binding equipment around the world, like the Mueller Martinis and so forth out there. What is the main advantage that you came up with in regards to this technology that is commonly used in the industry?
So this is correct. I mean, the world is full of perfect binding machines. There's definitely no need to invent another binding machine unless you have a technology which has a big difference. And by the way, it's not important what our engineers can make or what some other can make. It is important what the customer wants. And before we started to do this new technology, we had over 8 years interviews at the International Book Fair in Frankfurt, and we showed them the different technologies. All of them were hot melt or PUR, and we came down to the very simple one. We use a water-based system because that can penetrate into the fiber structure.
Tell us a little bit more about this technology, because it sounds radically different from what we used to know in the market.
Yeah, this is correct. I mean, the paper, you should know, all papers which are coming from the paper mill, they are hydrophobe equipped. This is necessary so that you can write with ink on that paper or use inkjet printers or pens or something like that. And this was a bottleneck to us. And finally, we got in contact with BASF, big chemical company in Germany, and we realized that they made a special chemical stuff which they took from mushrooms. And they were wonder why the mushrooms are still growing, even the environment is humid, hot and wet. So normally it's an organic material, it should not grow up, but it does. And the secret of this one is used in our technology. Finally, we change the polarity of the cellulose fiber.
This is achieved with the primer, I guess.
Exactly, that's what we use here, but everything happens in the same machine, different models, low price, medium, higher price, depends on the volume, whatever the customer wants.
Apart from the benefits of using an aqueous-based system, I guess toxicity is lower than the usual hot melt that we have in the industry, and of course, a lower operation cost with this type of equipment. What is quality-wise a main advantage for a printer, for a book manufacturer, switching from traditional perfect bind to this technology?
Well, definitely, there are some advantages. I mean, the most advantage is exactly that what the customer. When the customer, if he buys a book, he wants to use it. That means at least he has to open it to lay flat. A hot melt, whether it's EVA or PUR, it doesn't matter, has to be melted. It's a resin between 100 and 200 centigrade somewhere, and it makes a clamp. So there's no chance that you can open that book to lay flat. What we do, we glue each sheet at the edge so that we have a completely different technology. Now the advantage is there's no heat up time, no fumes, no toxic fumes which have to be blown out. And Germany, in the meantime, is famous for its green technology, and it's not okay. What I do not want to have inside, I just blow it outside. We only have one environment, and we have to care on this environment. And this technology is easier to use, it's cheaper, as there's no heat up time and no cleaning.
Can you show us, when you say about the lay flat property of your binding, what you mean by that?
Yes, of course. I mean, this is a normal book which is made from hot melt or any resin which has to be heated up. You do not see the spine side. You cannot open it to lay flat. Our technology means something like this one here. It opens absolutely to lay flat whatever it is, and this is not a good paper, this is a very low price paper, and see the flexibility. I can bend it over to 360 and you can stand on it. I would stand on this book here. And you may see the spine does not break due to its high flexibility. You see where cover is. Yeah, that's all. And well, actually I learned that from the Americans here many years ago. They said, Franz, do you know the word kiss? I said, yes, of course, I know, but not this one. What you think? We believe keep it simple, stupid, and that's what we're doing here. So we have the best quality at the lowest price.
That is very impressive. How about the strength of the adhesion? Is it a very strong adhesion, or will the book fall apart easily?
Yeah, as you can see already, we have a high flexibility, and if you see the edge of a sheet of paper, which is less than 1/10 of a millimeter, so there's not a lot of glue which you can put finally on the sheet. But if you can see it here, it cannot fall apart. We tried it several times. It's much stronger than any hot melt binding.
That is really impressive, sir. Let me ask a question. Do you have plans in the future to bring this technology to smaller shops?
Yes, of course. I mean, we started with an average model. That means what most of the customers ask for. But it's the same than the automobile industry. There's not only one model, there are several models, high price, medium, low price models. Or the camera industry, very expensive, a low price camera, and we do the same. Right now we have two models. One is a, let's say, a medium price model, another one is a little bit higher price model, and we're coming down to also to a tabletop model and a high speed model. But this will take some time because this is a new technology, and fortunately or unfortunately we cannot take any ideas from other existing machines, so we do not copy anything. Everything is new invented.
Okay. Now, Franz, just to finish up, if you don't mind, I would appreciate it if you could give the audience of Noticias Gran Formato Latin America a greeting and information whether they might be able to contact you in the future if they have any questions.
So I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to make this conversation here. And as I heard from a customer already this morning, there will be a show in May or something in Mexico City, and we definitely will be there. We have to arrange it. Right now I do not know how, but believe me, I'm happy to go to Latin America, especially for the environment and especially for the lovely people. That's what I can say. Thank you so much.